What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Tarun's Thoughts. My name's Tarun Shetty. These are my thoughts. Hope you guys are doing well. We're just gunning these out. I'm doing fantastic. Look, I bought a tripod today. This was my big Tuesday. I had a doctor's appointment, another one, because I'm getting older. As you get older, these random things start popping up. And I'm just going to tell you guys, my creatinine, am I saying that right? I don't even know how to say this stupid word. They've been elevated for like years. And my new doctor, who I like a lot, he was like, it's probably your baseline. Everything else looks really good. He goes, we should probably get it checked out. They got me this appointment in Santa Monica. I live in West Hollywood, by the way. So I had to drive like 30 minutes, 35 minutes because I'm leaving on Saturday. So I had to get this appointment in. And I go in to get my kidney scanned. I go in there and it's like, I've never had this done before, right? Basically, you walk in there. First of all, everyone listening to this or watching this, get insurance. You do not want to be on this earth without insurance. Let me tell you, just from the stuff I saw in Florida and now here, nobody gives a shit about you if you don't have insurance. Because this shit costs so much money. Nobody's going to pay for this. So you need to get insurance. Give them my insurance card, my ID. They bring me into this dark room. It's like mood lighting, and there's this lady there. I don't know who she is. She's a doctor who. She's not even wearing like a lab coat, and she puts this like jelly or something on my stomach, and she scans me. She scans my kidneys. I asked her, I go, hey, do you guys do this for ovarian cancer? And she's like, yeah. And I was thinking, that means my mom went through this, right? And I'm thinking, God, I'm sitting here going through this procedure that my mom went through, when she got scanned, probably terrified. And that ended badly for her. And I'm sitting there going through the same thing now for myself. And I was like, oh my God. Just when I walked out of there, I said, I hope I never see you again. And she said, I tell my patients the same exact thing. I'm assuming it's going to be okay. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but at this point, I'll tell you everything. There's nothing for me to hide aside from things that I think I'm going to jinx myself. I don't really care at this point. I celebrated by getting a coffee. I went into Blue Bottle Coffee, which we don't have in Florida, and they're so overpriced. But I was like, you know what, screw it. And then I got this tripod because I got some auditions, and I lost my tripod the last time I was in LA. I went to some stand-up comedy show, and I left it there. So I had to go buy a whole new tripod. So I've had a busy morning already. I didn't work out or anything. I just started moving. And, that's what LA does. If you come to LA, your time gets sucked into these random things, random things you have to do. And, because of traffic out here, people always complain about LA traffic. Man, I can't live out here. It's really not that bad, but at the end of the day, you realize you're in your car so much of the time, which is why these podcasts are huge. Listening to something, learn a language. If you come to LA, try to have some type of just game plan of just, elevating your mental knowledge. Get smarter in your car because you spend so much time. Even in Florida, when I'm there and I drive to these gigs, they're an hour, 55 minutes, but the traffic's moving. You're always moving in traffic. LA, you're literally just sitting behind cars and you're like, oh my God, to go 2 miles, 3 miles, it'll take, 30 minutes sometimes, depending on what time of day it is. So, it's not even the afternoon, which is peak traffic time, and I'm already kind of exhausted from driving. It's mental energy expended getting around LA. I was driving last night. I had dinner with another friend of mine in Brentwood, and I passed by the HBO Emmy party, and they had this huge sign outside. It was like HBO Max or something, right? And big lights, and there were people in their tuxedos, and I was like, I wish I was part of this, that weird envious ego thing. You're like, man, how come I'm not at the Emmy party? I've never been to an Emmy party. And then I was looking at my friends who were agents, I'm on their Instagram and Facebook, and they're in their tuxedos, and they were going to my Emmy party, and everyone's having a good time at their Emmy party, and getting laid and drinking alcohol and just having a grand old time. And I was like, man, how come I'm not having a grand old time? Then I remembered, I was like, I don't even like this shit. I barely watch TV. You think I want to go to the Emmy party? I don't even like those people, most of them. I have friends and acquaintances, but I was like, it's funny how like you see something and you want to be a part of this club. That's with anything. Like you just see people who are part of something exclusive, and then you want to be a part of that. It was so ridiculous. I was embarrassed for myself. I was reading online, one of my former bosses at an agency, he was there for like 20, 25 years, and he moved to a smaller agency. And I was texting my friend from back in the day. I was like, yeah, I bet he got pushed out. And I was thinking, even though you're part of this thing, a marvelous machinery, and you have power, it can end at any moment. I mean, somebody above you can say, you know what, you're not making enough money. We're not going to renew your contract. And next thing you know, you're out of the business. I had a boss once, and he jumped agencies. I was his assistant. And he told me that his old agency wanted him to be like an exec, because he was getting older, and they were done with him. And he was like, well, F you, I'm going to go work for another agency. And that's why he was there. But like, it just shows you that job security is not guaranteed, no matter what you do. Now, obviously, being an independent freelancer is probably the hardest thing you could do, no question. I don't know what's harder than carving your own path, because there's no guarantee you're going to carve anything. Versus you work at a company for like 20, 30 years, you make partner, you're CEO, you get stock. I mean, that's a lifestyle. And I'm sorry, it's a lot easier than doing stand-up comedy or acting. I'm sorry, it just is. But you pick your poison and you give it your best. I mean, that's what I tell myself. And, don't take it personally. Anyways, I've got to shoot this audition. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk soon. Take care.